Hello there, Ray here, and I'm joined by Mythical Pingu as well as Zoom Strikes. And behind us is the 5 meter per second flying machine that Pingu and Zoom built up, as well as a new compact one that they recently have designed. So we started up both of the fly machines. This is the first design of the 5 meter per second fly machine that Zoom and Pingu designed, and it will move 5 blocks in 1 second, which is extremely fast. It's currently the fastest fly machine made that is possible to be built up in survival. And what they did is they compacted it down. As you can see, it's quite a bit smaller. This is the new design that they just built up the other day, and this is also 5 blocks per second. And as you can see, they're both the same speed because they're keeping up with each other. And they're moving so fast, most of the time, the blocks don't even render. So that's what it looks like. It's really flickering and glitching out. So yeah, guys, if you want to learn about how to build up this 5 block per second flying machine, check out Zoom Strike's channel. I'll link it down in the description, as well as Pingu's channel. Both of the guys are designing it, and they're going to make separate videos explaining about how to build this up, as well as how it works, and also the extensions. So in most cases, it's not really necessary to have such a fast flying machine, and it's actually kind of cumbersome for most machines to have it move that fast. But in our case, we're trying to make a flying machine that's flying all the way to the world border. I highly recommend checking out Zero X's video where he is designing a flying machines that are flying all the way to the world border in the end dimension. And it's doing some pretty cool trickery where it's actually going to build a portal there, which will allow us to jump into that portal and go all the way to the world border from 0, 0. So we can essentially travel 60 million blocks in just a few seconds from one world border to other world border. But yeah, definitely check out this video if you're curious about what's all going on there. And this is the actual flying machine that we currently have flying in the Protect server, going all the way out to the world border. We're doing it in a couple different steps, but it has a lot of very specific things that have to go on, like it has to push different blocks into different chunks and generate a portal in a very specific way. It has to do a bunch of calculations and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. But this flying machine currently flies at 3.3 meters per second, and we're hoping to design a faster flying machine that can do the same things as this one, so it can get out there a little bit quicker. So the idea is to have the fastest flying machine catch up with this one and stop it, and then this flying machine to be the second fastest flying machine, which is 4.6. So they're compacting the engines for the 5 meter per second as well as a 4.6 meter per second flying machine, and hoping to be able to add some extensions onto that to do the same thing as this. But the extensions get pretty complicated, and for the most part it's going to be pretty interesting to see if they can actually make it possible with all the crazy restrictions that come with this one. There's also a very specific launch sequence for this, as well as a lot of binary counters to get this thing to take off at a very specific time. It has to essentially send one flying machine off and then wait about 3 or 4 days before sending off the second flying machine. You can see the guys are already working on the faster variations of it, trying to get the different extensions down. And it also has some other restrictions as it has to fly within one chunk. But for now, compacting down the flying machine as well as extensions will make a lot of difference, as it really simplify the build of the rest of the flying machine. 5 blocks per second flying machines, pretty insane. If you go and check out all the information, it'll be all down in the description. Big thanks to Pingu as well as Zoom allowing me to showcase this build of theirs. If you guys like to see more crazy stuff like this, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to their channels, as well as give them some likes. And if you guys have any questions about this, go ahead and ask them down in the comments, and we'll go ahead and answer them. Bye-bye!